This is Sexy, Funny, Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Silvia Saige, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Sexy, Funny, Raw. I'm so excited for this show, you guys. I have got amazing guests and an amazing co-host with me. My co-host for the day, Mr. Donnie Rock.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show. And I must introduce our award-winning guest, Miss Joanna Angel. Hi. And Small Hands.
Hi there.
It's weird to call you Small Hands. Should I call you Small Hands?
You can call me Aaron as
okay,
well. That's my real
it's
name.
easier for me to do that because it just sounds,
You can call me almost anything, Sylvia, but
thank
Aaron is
you.
just fine. I noticed, Donnie, you didn't get any applause. And we did.
On the track.
Yeah, I just had to point that out there.
Because I'm just a co-host. I'm not special. You guys are the...
Well,
here,
you know
yes.
what?
That's for you, Donnie.
Because they are my award-winning guests.
There we go.
And Donnie is my several times nominated at AVN Awards. Wait, I don't even have any noms. So, I mean, it goes down the line here. Like least important, almost important, and then very important.
So obviously then the king. I see
and
where
then
this
to
is.
the king.
Just
Absolutely.
happy to be in the rotation.
No, so Donnie, you have been up for what? 4 different awards? Is that correct?
Usually at least 1 or 2 a year. So I think Best Supporting Actor and a couple movies. I don't remember.
What's supporting actor for us? Is that like a DP or?
No,
Is it?
It's one of
Is
the
it the
lovely
acting?
awards at AVN that is for the acting.
Oh, I
And not
love
the second.
that.
I've actually won Best Supporting Actress
Same.
like 6
Awesome.
times.
No, I love that. I
Not
love
six.
No,
that.
wait, 3 times I think. Yeah, and
I
he
won
won
it for
Best
the
Supporting
acting
Actor before, but it's kind of funny because I've never won Best Actress, but I've won Best Supporting Actress many times. So I'm a very supportive person.
This year
it means you're
it's
a
your
supportive
year.
person. Well, it all depends on what roles you have and what movies.
Right.
I mean, you have to have the starring role in a movie
Right.
to be the best actor or best actress, and then there's you need to
Trickles
have the
down.
supporting role,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's an important role.
no, absolutely.
support.
I felt like I was the main character.
I feel like Donnie always feels like he's the main character.
I was alongside Holly Hendricks, and it was her movie.
Oh,
so
nice.
It was, but I was her boyfriend the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds
so
like
you're
you're the main
like,
character.
you're the main character.
It's better to
It's-
be in the best supporting category. It's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to win.
And now
that
you're getting
route.
now you're getting to produce as well.
Yeah.
So I'm in a room full of producers, except for myself again. You see what's happening here?
I'm not a producer.
Wait,
Yeah,
well,
he's not.
you don't co-produce on Joanna's? No. So Joanna just
I'm
put
more
you
of an
to work.
indentured. I'm like an indentured servant
Yeah.
for life.
I love that.
We're on call at anything she wants.
Ooh,
I
that's nice,
just-
Joanna.
I
That is
either
the way
do
to
it
do
or
it.
I learn how to do it very quickly.
I love that.
So,
It works out well. But he has a lot of skills. I actually realized.
I'm a better worker.
Yeah, and
than
I realized
know,
at
I
this
know,
point
yeah.
in my life, which sometimes I'm like ashamed of, is that my only skill is finding other people with skills and telling them to do things.
That's my best skill, too.
It's called delegation. It's called
Yeah.
being a leader.
Yeah, that's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
comfortable in that role now, Donnie?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more headache-ish, but
It is.
it's-
It's
it-
harder than it sounds.
right.
Yeah.
It's more frustrating, I think.
It
than
can be.
anything.
But I've been
Um,
but I've been taking kind of a step back recently.
From
I
directing?
guess. Well, I don't really know what I I mean, if we're going into my whole life history now in porn, I mean, I started Burning Angel, which was my company, in 2002. I sold it
Right.
this year, in 2019 in January. I sold the company, but I'm still directing for Burning Angel, so
Right.
I now have a job for the company I started, where I'm not the boss anymore.
Right.
So it's kind of funny, but I'm still the director, and I guess I'm technically still the producer.
Right.
But it's a little bit different now.
What do you prefer?
It's very relaxing to not use my own money.
Yeah. I bet.
But at the same rate, it's very frustrating to have to answer to someone.
Yeah.
So it's a give and
and
take.
take.
And this year I've been I kind of like got back out there, and I've been talent for so many people, which I didn't do for almost 15 years in porn. I was only talent for myself.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow.
So it actually feels like a vacation when I go and work for other people too. I'm like, oh, this is so much fun.
So much fun just to show up as that. Yeah.
Do
have
it
sex
alone.
and then go home.
I appreciate it a lot.
I do.
Since
I
I
appreciate
started
it.
producing, I just show up for people and
It's
I'm like,
great.
hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Tell me when to get
exactly.
my dick out and I'm ready to
Tell
go.
me where
And I'll
to
leave
go.
after I come. Like, this is
Exactly.
perfect.
I know.
With a paycheck.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever. Small hands, like amen. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Why
here
do you
for.
think I'm not jumping up and down to be a producer?
Yeah.
I'm not jumping on it either, yeah.
I've seen it on all
Yeah.
aspects, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'll just be the worker bee over here,
Yeah.
and I'll just show up when I'm do what I'm told. And
I will say the nice thing for me has been I've gotten to the point now where I only go and work for the people that I enjoy working for, and then my other scenes I produce them all for someone else.
Right.
But so that's nice. I only ever really show up where I want to be for
Yeah.
someone
that's
I
how
want
it
to be
should
there
be.
for. Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Right.
I feel like we're all
And
at
I
the
don't
point
have to be
now.
a slave to
yeah, and
every
that's
Yeah.
I think kind of I'm sure everyone can agree at this
Yeah.
point. That's one of the things that you like earn after you've
Yes.
been in this a minute. Like no one gets that right off the bat. But part of the sort of perk of being like a person who's lasted a little bit is okay, now that I'm here, I'm established.
Yeah.
Also, people know you more.
Right.
They know what they get from you in a
Right.
scene. They know your performing style. They know what you look like. So it's like unless there's a way miscommunication. Like all parties, more or less, will probably be pretty happy
when
that-
we get there. Yeah. So since our theme of the day is dating in porn, and I do have my best couple here, I also have a word of the day, you guys. And our word of the day for the day is cuckolding, because I know everyone here on this set has been a part of one or two of these. Am I correct?
I love them. I love them.
Okay,
Never
so
the cuck, but I've
No,
been
right.
the.
oh really? So to
What's the
explain
other
it,
one?
so explain it to people. So
The
cuckolding.
bull.
I was like,
Cuckolding
So
is
what happens?
when-
Do you have like a Pee Wee Herman thing? Does like a couch start like jumping
Right.
up and down when we say the word?
Right.
Like what happens
Word
when we
of
say
the
the word? Yeah.
day. Yay!
Soundtrack.
Do we get a
We
prize?
need more sound effects.
Should I try
Yeah.
to use it more
Take
than
a
is
drink.
We're gonna-
necessary, or should I avoid it?
No, you
know,
can
like-
use it as much as you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
We just like to be a little educational so the world knows what's going on.
Okay.
So even though I've been in many of these, I don't actually know the terminology. Explain to me again.
So the terminology, at least from what I understand,
what a
in the
cuckold
movies
is.
that we've done, is the husband pays another man to come and watch him
It's not
fuck
even that he pays.
his wife.
He just gets off on it.
Right.
Just a man gets off on watching.
Right.
His
I guess
partner
he's not
get fucked.
masturbating all the time. It's not necessarily a masturbation in the corner.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it
there's
doesn't have
levels.
to be.
There's
Yeah.
levels?
Cuckolding.
Okay. So now we know.
But yeah, it's not. It's
Because I've done some.
Yeah, I think if you are a cuckold, the definition is you get off by watching your partner,
Right.
male, female, husband, wife, whatever, fuck other people.
Wait, so
It
if we're
gets you
saying
off.
that, can we then say that you can do that? Because like even you'll watch each other have sex with different people, but you're not necessarily in the room. Would it still be considered cuckolding?
No.
No, because at
doesn't-
least I can only speak for myself. I don't. I can be in a room with Joanna having sex with someone else, and I can be cheering like a
Fan?
Yeah, but like I'm not getting a boner over
Okay.
it. You know what I mean?
Got
like,
you.
and
No, it's
it's
good
more
to know.
of like
Yeah.
a high five. Like fuck yeah, I get it. Like
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
like a teammate cheer.
Got it.
But I'm not sexually aroused at all by that situation.
Got
I'm
it.
just
Yeah.
fine with it. I
You're
don't
there.
care. It doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
either way. You
Got
know?
it. What about you, Donnie? Would you be into it? Are you into a
I
cuckolding thing?
like the scenes where I'm the bull.
You do?
Yeah.
I really enjoy them because I'm like dominant. So
You like
Well, yeah.
watching
I
the
feel
sex?
like it's a power.
No, he's
trip.
not watching.
Oh, you don't want to be
doing
watching it. Oh, the
I'm
bull
in, yeah.
is
Yeah.
doing it?
See, I didn't know
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
term.
I didn't know there
The
was
bull is
terms
the guy
either.
who's fucking.
Yeah,
Actually
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah. Look at that. I'm learning.
So
I love
I've
this.
been the bull like a billion
Yeah,
times.
me
I
too.
just
Okay.
didn't know the name of it. I just thought it
Yeah,
was
usually the cuckold is known to be. I mean, in the swinger world or BDSM world, whatever you want to call it. Usually, I mean, especially in porn, usually the cuckold is submissive.
Okay.
I mean, there is an
And if
element
they're
of being
not, it's more of a
submissive,
hot
but-
wife thing, right? Where it's like I'm like an alpha male, but I'm like a rich guy. Look at my hot wife.
Right.
Fuck her.
You
like
fuck her.
almost like you do it.
Yeah.
And let me have a
Sometimes
martini and a
yeah.
cigar.
And I feel like that's just the rich wife talking him into that. I feel
Yeah.
like that's all that is. Like he's
But
not laying down the pipe
usually,
right.
And most often in porn, it's shown from the real submissive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
not good enough to do this. But I think in
I've put
real life,
husbands in
I've met.
cages.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
I love
hot.
it. I actually like having sex with women that are married or have a boyfriend in real life.
That's just
and
because you're an
it's the same
asshole.
Because they
No, I'm
won't
just kidding.
follow you home.
No, you're right. You're right. It is.
Do their husbands know? Are you just straight up telling the world now?
Wait.
like,
Yeah,
I
I
will
guess.
fuck your girlfriend.
This is another question I have for the two of you because I was reading that you guys are actually like exclusive, but what does that mean in the porn world? Because you guys are obviously having sex with other people, so what does it mean to you guys to be exclusive?
He can't have another girlfriend
Right.
by any means.
Right.
You know, I don't go on dates with people. I mean, really, we go to work and we come home.
Right.
I guess the most open we get is like on occasion. You know, like we might have like a threesome with another girl or something.
Right.
I've had sex with girls on my own, but he can't do that. But I think he has enough. Right?
In
Like,
porn.
we
Right.
don't have to like feel bad for
yeah.
him.
I
you
think
know, but
that-
anyway.
Too many people in porn and out of porn get hung up on open or not open or
Right.
monogamous, and it's just communication between
What
two
works
people
between you guys,
of
yeah.
needs being met and like respect for the other person, and then
100%.
a mutual want of like the needs to be met. So if
Yeah.
it's like a circle where that's happening, then you can create whatever version of open or not open that is for you. Some people would consider us very like monogamous compared to some of our friends, and then compared to some of our friends maybe in the civilian world,
Right.
oh my god, you guys have like threesomes with your friends, like what the fuck, you know, like
Right.
so that's wild to some, and that's just we've figured out how relatively speaking all of our needs can be met while maintaining like a respect for our relationship.
No, I love that. I think that's awesome. People always ask like, what's it dating and what is dating like
Yeah.
in porn? And I always say I just don't do it because I don't think other people understand it. And because I think until you're in it,
It is
To
difficult.
be fair, I wasn't in porn for the first 2.5
Yeah.
years
Right.
of our relationship. I was a civilian.
oh, you guys were together for 2.5 years before you even got
Yeah.
into porn. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize
We've
that.
been
Yeah,
together
we didn't meet
almost
in
8
porn.
years now. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I swore to myself after my
And I didn't wanna get in.
porno relationship, I would never be in another porno relationship. And then I meet this really nice guy outside of porn. And then I got
Who
him
did
into
not
porn.
want
But
to get into
I
porn, and
would.
then she
I
forced
would
me.
never date in porn ever again. And I did not get him into porn until I was 100% sure we were never going to break up
Yeah.
ever.
yeah.
Because
I did not know a lot of this
there
at the
it's
time.
like, you know, there's what I mean, dating in porn is whatever. That's easy.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to fuck each other. Everybody knows, you know, everybody knows how to fuck, and it's a comfortable safe. Breaking up in porn is the hardest thing ever. It's the
Especially
most
when you splash
complicated
it all over
thing.
social media.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other place in the world where like you have to like break up with someone and all of your friends are having sex
Right.
with them.
Yeah. That's
That is
so true.
the weirdest thing to go through that no one in any
Yeah.
other like I remember like you know when I was going through a breakup trying to talk to like my sister or like anyone outside
no one
of
gets
porn.
it.
No one gets it. I'm like, this is really so at a certain point when I was kind of going through it, I'm like, I've just stopped talking to all my friends now because you can't tell your friends no you don't want
Put
to-
him on your no list. Yeah.
Right, which is not right. But then
Right.
your friends like they feel awkward like talking to you when it ever happens, and it's like that's the strangest part
Yeah.
I think. So I was like, I'm not going through this again. Like this is too weird,
get
you
it.
know, and like there's no way to avoid it. I
Yeah.
mean, you yourself can put. You know, you can easily be like, I'm not working with this person, but that's not the hard part.
everybody
It's
else.
all your friends.
Yeah.
Even at that
You
point
know?
too, then I mean, let's say this is what I haven't dated anyone either, but if you are with someone and then you break up, the more relationships you have, the more people you have to like in theory put on that
The
list.
spider web
And that's
grows.
like you're
Yeah.
just screwing yourself.
I'm
You're-
glad I only went through it once, but I
Right.
know people who
Yeah.
have now been through like several marriages and stuff like inside of
Porn.
porn, and it's like that's what I think is the messiest thing. It's like, and also then it's on social media. Oh look, my ex-boyfriend is fucking this friend today. Oh, they're fucking this person. Oh, they're fucking, and then like even if they're not friends that you're fucking, they're like friends of yours that are directors that have to watch them like fuck someone else, and they're like,
you can't get out of it. Yeah, it's just in your face all the time. It's like,
so dating in porn is quite simple. You know, you're a porn star. It's hard to like relate to people in the outside world. You meet someone on set, you have good sex, you continue having good sex. Awesome. That part is easy. It's the breakup, or if like one person wants it to be more serious and the other person doesn't, you know, all those things. So unless you two are on exactly the same page.
And how often are you guys still having sex together?
It varies depending on the amount I work, because dicks are.
That's what sucks.
So it's
not just nonstop, at least for me and my age. But you know, we find the pockets of time in my schedule, and we get creative with, you know, our date nights and just little and for us, I mean, since also, you know, she's Spiegler girl running around half the time, she's gone too.
Right.
A lot of times we've been together 8 years. We've been married for 3 almost, and if we don't have maybe sex necessarily, we still find time to be close and
together.
Yeah, I'll make him go down on me and stuff.
Yeah,
I make him go down on me.
I didn't want to just say it like that, but yeah, I'll go down on her.
You can just say it like that. It's sexy, funny, raw. Like you can say whatever.
No,
you
but there's also times where we genuinely, we'll just, not to sound like corny, but we'll just like snuggle because
that's not corny at all. That's great. It's nice to have that like connection with somebody. Like Donnie is one of the people I porn date. Like we don't even have sex outside of off camera.
Don't break up.
No. We don't even have sex.
Sorry, no.
We don't even have sex, but he's like a person I go hiking with, and like we don't even snuggle, but just like somebody I can like hang out with.
Why don't you guys have sex?
Because we have to have sex all the time for work.
I don't know. That's a good question.
You look good. I'd watch it.
You guys should.
I think I have watched it.
I mean, we have.
We definitely have. But I don't like having free sex that's not on camera. For me, it's a waste of my vagina usage.
I mean, put your phone in the corner, put it on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah. I'm totally down for that.
That's like barely work.
Yeah.
You know.
Same.
That's still casual.
It's still casual.
Is it casual? Because I usually have like a camera guy in there
I didn't know
with
I
me.
was walking into this drama.
No, there is no drama.
Very little. That's actually one of the reasons I'll hang out with her, because she is zero.
This is
drama.
exciting.
Zero drama.
Yeah. And I don't hang out.
Maybe not
with
drama,
many
like a
people.
situation.
Yeah, no. And I didn't. That was weird to even say porn date. I just mean that like he's someone I like
Hang out
outside
with.
of work.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Because
and
of
like have
friends.
a
We have our friends that we hang out with.
right. That you can
Semi-regularly
stand
with our schedules
in the porn industry.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
not
I
a lot
like
of us.
everybody, but not everybody is a
Same with me.
person you'd hang out with. If you worked at like Geico, would you really hang out with everyone in the office? Like,
Right.
I
every
say the
weekend?
same
Like,
thing all
come
the
on.
time.
No, you find like 2 or 3 people you vibe with, and that's what you do.
It is. I mean, it's the same and different, because it's like a lot of times, most of the guys that I really like working with, I never want to hang out with them, and I think they feel the same way
I'm
about
the
me,
same
and that's
way.
fine. It's
It almost
easier for
ruins the
me.
sex.
Yeah, I understand
and
that
then
100%.
it can get weird if you're good friends with someone and you're talking all the time, and you're gonna fuck pretty regularly because you're booked together a lot. Like you're almost by proxy, like by the state of the law, you're dating or something.
Yeah.
You're fucking someone, and so it's like I kind of like that most of the people that I work with a lot, I don't really talk to other than, casual.
Right.
But that's another complicated thing about being a director and also being a performer, because then a lot of times if there's a guy I book all the time,
Right.
and then he has to work with me, I could tell they're like, I'm like today I am not the director. I am a whore.
Right.
That's funny you say that.
Throw that out the window.
Because I had a girl recently who I shot, and I was in the scene, and I produced the scene. And 1 minute I'd be like, okay, guys, let's set this up over here. Whatever I was even saying. And then literally like 10
Switch
seconds
gears.
later, I was like this, and I was like grabbing her all creepy, and she kind of started laughing. And I was like, what? She's like, I love how you switch from producer mode to creepy guy mode. I'm like, yes.
Oh, you do that very well.
But
Donnie, when you first got into the industry, you came in on basically like a game show, right? That's how you came in?
It was the Sex Factor.
Oh, you were on that show?
Yeah.
Tell
So-
them what the Sex Factor is, because not everyone at home
So
knows.
I'll give you the nickel tour on the Sex Factor real quick. It was basically a porn reality show competition type of thing. They took 8 guys and 8 girls.
What was it on?
It was sexfactor.com.
Okay, so it's just its own
Just
entity.
a website.
Okay, got it.
I think they put it on Pornhub or something.
Oh, nice.
They sold it to X Hamster.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So they were trying. The guy started it. It was just a guy with an idea, and he was basically starting it to sell it like a startup.
Yeah.
So he started it. It was 8 guys, 8 girls. He had no porn experience. He had no film experience.
And you had no
He
experience.
was selling software. No, you couldn't to be on the show.
Yeah. I knew that.
And so that was kind of their one rule.
This is
is you-
wild.
And they made everybody sign like crazy NDAs, right? Because I remember like so many people being like, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can't. Like close friends of mine.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That were the hosts. They like really must have scared them with some serious NDAs. I'm like,
Yeah,
you really
I think
can't
they
talk
did,
about it?
and they paid him good money.
Yeah, they
Just
did.
shut
They
up.
paid everybody.
Yeah.
From what I knew.
And so it was basically you do all these little competitions, and then you do scenes with the girls and whatever. And every episode, someone would get eliminated.
That's awesome.
And
Kieran was
What were the
judge once.
competitions?
Yeah, Kieran was one of the judges.
Yeah.
Again, like scenes, that was part of it. And then, like, one time they took all the males to the strip club, and you had like a minute on stage.
So
to,
it's
like,
basically
Oh,
like
really?
trying
So
out
obviously
to
you
be.
nailed that one.
yeah, I didn't win that one, but I did all right.
So you were like trying to be a porn star, right?
yeah,
And then
it was
what did the winner get?
To be a porn star.
so-
To be
well,
Donnie
no.
Rock.
Because then technically any of you could have gone on to be a porn star.
No,
So-
well, technically anyone could have. There's only 2 of us that work, and we were the 2 winners.
And
So
who
it was-
who was the other winner?
So there was a guy winner and a girl winner. I was the guy winner, and Blair Williams
That's
was
who
the
I
girl
thought.
winner.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
Very
thought.
cool.
There were
And
a
so it
few
was-
other guys I think that tried.
Yeah, there
So I
was
remember one used to hit me up all the time.
there was
He was
Not
there were like
interested.
3 guys that tried, and one actually stuck around for a little bit, and then he finally, I don't know what happened. Someone was trying to book him and hit him up, so they hit me up at one point and said, "Hey, have you ever talked to this guy?" I was like, "I haven't heard from him in a while."
So you got a bunch of cash and you got to become a porn star.
It was
What a life.
I know.
It was $1 million
Yeah.
cash prize was what they said. That was their selling
But it
point.
didn't-
So it
you
was
didn't
500
get
and
it.
500, but no.
Oh.
But I still got money.
You still have $500,000.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
wait, were
Oh.
you the winner or not?
Yeah, I was the male winner.
Oh, you were.
And Blair Williams was the
And you
female
didn't
winner.
get the 500,000.
No, because
You didn't
it
read the
was a-
fine print.
Well, it was that
They're
was
like
his.
the hotel you stayed at got deducted.
Right.
You
And that was
ate.
$4.99. But
Whatever.
They-
the girls' rates.
Yeah,
all were.
yeah, you were paying for it all.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
put in the bills.
So
Yeah.
basically, they redid the. He was trying to sell it the whole time. So when he sold it to X Hamster, they're like, "Okay, we're not paying 500 and 500.
Oh,
we'll
I see,
pay
I see
this."
what you're saying.
And so they redid the
That's still
contract,
cool, though.
took it. Yeah,
More importantly, it gave you Donnie
Platform.
Rock.
Yeah.
he was
the myth,
born.
the legend.
Yeah.
What were you doing before this? What was your main
Actually,
thing?
at the time, nothing. I had a property management company that I started,
Wow.
and I sold it.
So you were just
so I was literally just
swaying
hanging
in the
out.
wind.
And that didn't mean I was like rich and never have
That's
to work
awesome.
again. I was just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And
And
Joanna, what
the
did
next
you
step.
do before you got into the
Oh my God,
industry?
once upon a time, I was in college.
Okay.
And I was in my last year of college, and I was a waitress.
Okay.
And then, that's
And
it,
then you
waitress
started
and-
your empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
founded this alt porn studio, which tell everybody what alt porn even means.
I don't know what it means, to be honest. I started Burning Angel when I was in college in 2002. I guess,
As a porn site?
yeah.
How'd you
burningangel.com.
decide to just do this?
It's so hard to really think of what my brain was like in 2002. I mean, it was a different
Yeah.
lifetime
2002.
ago.
So the
It
internet was
really,
just kind of.
yeah, it was before Facebook, before MySpace, before anything. There was really nothing like that
That's
at
amazing.
all. And porn was very much only in California, with big studios.
And where were you?
I was in New Jersey,
Jersey,
actually,
got
in
it.
college. I went to Rutgers, and me and my roommate at the time, it was his idea. He was like, we should start a porn site. And I actually was kind of a weirdo
thought.
in
Yeah.
college. Yeah, I was like, I was like an English major in college, and I used to write these really over the top erotic poems. I
Nice.
don't really know why, and I would read them to everyone in my
That's hot.
house. So
You
I
were
guess my
on the
roommate,
path.
Yeah, I guess my roommate's like, okay, she's kind of a freak. I don't know.
do it.
I wasn't really having much sex, but I was
She
definitely
might make a good business
talking
partner.
about it. Yeah, and I don't know. I was always reading these kind of sex nerd type books.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I would go to all these panels that were in New York
It was
about
just meant to
anal
be.
sex, even though nobody wanted to have anal sex with me at all. But I knew a lot about
Right.
it. I don't know. I was ready for whatever
You're
the
well
time was
educated.
going to happen. And all these very kind of sex positive, like female, empowerment, like sex parties and stuff like that. I was sort of like dipping into that world. Yeah, I remember my roommate asked if I would start a porn site with him, and I didn't even think twice about it. I was like,
awesome.
Yes,
we're doing it.
This sounds like fun.
really
And I
didn't know what it
nothing.
meant.
I didn't know anything. And it's very hard for people to imagine this time. Like,
Before
it
anything.
is so easy to find out about porn now. Like, you
Yeah.
could just like go on Twitter and talk to any porn star at all. Like, I knew nothing about it. I had never watched a porn.
Wow.
Like,
Oh, wow.
I didn't know anything.
That's so crazy.
And internet porn was like hard to watch,
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you could just go on Pornhub or something. Like, you would go on a website and like a zillion viruses would pop up, So I remember
They had
even
to
just
load for
Yeah.
I remember trying to do like research just to be like, okay, well, I'm going to start a porn site. And I remember just trying to watch porn. And of course, I had a very slow computer, you know, and like
dial up.
it was hard. It was like an effort. So I actually remember going to a store and buying some DVDs to be like, I should know a little bit about porn if I'm starting a porn
then
site. And I bought Jules Jordan DVDs. 'Cause
Oh,
I
that's
remember
awesome.
seeing Belladonna on a box cover. And I was like, I like that girl, whoever she is. She's
Were-
cool. So I bought like all these Jules Jordan movies. 'Cause
Were you
I
this
remember
tattooed
Belladonna.
girl back then,
I
too?
was. I mean, I didn't have as many. It's so funny now because. Sorry if this was such a long way to answer your question. What is alt porn? So basically, Burning Angel came out, and everybody started writing about it. Like this, it just kind of came at me. Like the New York Times wrote a story about it. Like
Yeah.
CNBC, all these people were like, "What is this thing that you started?" It's like
Was anyone
girls
else
with
shooting
tattoos.
girls with tattoos, really?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
And
Yeah.
I was just a girl with tattoos, and so for me, I'm like, well, I'm starting a porn site, so I just kind of like used what was around me. Like it wasn't this like strategic thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I was just kind of showing me, my friends, my world, this like world that I existed in, and then. People are like, that's crazy. You like have tattoos and you're in porn. That's so crazy.
And
I
then
was
you
like,
were the first
okay,
woman
yeah, and
with
then
tattoos on the cover of Hustler.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
yeah.
And then people, other people started using the term alt porn because I think they were trying to figure out what category
to
this
put you
went
in.
because porn
Got
goes in
it.
categories and we didn't have a category. So I just kind of ran with it.
Right. Which I'm so happy you did that because you made
Yeah.
your own niche. Like I
Yeah.
have to be in MILF porn because there's no other category for me, Like, and I don't have any kids. Like I hate it.
The MILF place is a great place to be, and I'm 38,
Yeah.
and I keep trying to get myself in there. I keep trying. I tell Spiegler, I tell everyone, I'm a MILF if you need me for any MILF stuff. And people are like, Joanna, you're not a MILF. I'm like, I'm 38 years old.
Right.
I am literally the same
Meanwhile,
age.
I'm playing stepsons. I think I've been here.
My son,
Yeah.
like
I'm 37.
multiple times.
And it's like, if you, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't
Mom,
look like a
wink, wink.
I guess the fact that I don't look old enough it hurts me
Yeah.
actually. So you should be very happy.
Ugh.
The MILF place is awesome.
it has
There
paid
aren't
my
many.
rent
Yeah,
for 5 years
I
now,
understand.
so
There's
I'm
some-
not mad at it.
There aren't many. There's only a handful
yeah,
of good
there's
ones.
only
Yeah.
a handful.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so Aaron, what did you do before
That was a long
Joanna
story.
pulled you into this
Yeah.
lifestyle?
Well, as I said, I am 37, so I had a few lifetimes
Yeah.
and careers as well. Primarily, though, I played in bands and I toured
Nice.
all over. And then I also owned a business where I did graphic design, print work.
Did you design a lot of your tattoos?
The ideas for them.
Nice.
Most of the artists who are my friends, I kind of like their style. That's why I picked them. So I just would give them like a basic idea and like, you guys run with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. So, and then you had no interest in coming into porn, and Joanna forced it on you. I'm just kidding.
No, and I'll
That is
tell-
literally what happened.
let me. I'll explain why to all these angry guys who are listening. What the fuck, man?
Every guy, I feel like, stumbles into porn.
Y-
The girls
and when it-
try,
Yes,
the guys stumble.
It is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And every guy out there thinks they
can do it.
and
Yeah.
it's so easy. And I spent 2 years dating her, not in porn, but I was still on sets. I was hanging out.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, just because it was fun, and like
Yeah.
I'd do paperwork for people. I'd make tacos. Like I was
He
just
always made tacos.
yeah. I would make
But
lunch
wait,
for everyone.
Before we met, because I just like
Always
I,
button in.
When we met,
Always.
I just think everybody should know that we
Yeah,
met because I ordered T-shirts from his graphic. from
Yeah,
his-
that's how
Oh,
we met
nice.
because my
Nice.
Yeah,
print
I was a
company
customer.
I owned.
I
yes,
love that.
That's how we met. She was a client, but anyway,
That's all.
so being on sets, just as like a little fly on the wall,
Yeah.
I watched how it worked, and I watched every guy at their best, at their worst.
Yeah.
I saw how just crazy. I'm like, this job is insane.
Yeah.
Like these for everyone, both on both sides of the camera, but to be a performer in this, it's like I was like, you have to be like American Gladiator warrior of like sex.
Yeah.
But you also have to be like an actor or actress.
Yeah.
Even if you're not technically like a good actor, this whole shtick is like acting. You know what I mean? Like, and
being small hands is being an actor. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never created it because I didn't think it would. I would have picked a cooler name, okay? if I would have known this career.
We didn't really know it was gonna last.
So anyway,
you know.
so I would watch, and I'm like, you know what? Because every now and then she'd kind of toss it out there. I'm like, we're good. Like this looks really like a
tedious,
no pun intended, a hard job.
Especially
to do,
for the
know?
men. I think
Yeah.
you guys
No, I
have
know.
it way harder than we
and
do.
I think that girls get almost too much credit sometimes, and it's really the men that have the hardest job.
100%.
Like I could be. I mean, I'm most often not, maybe once or twice in my whole career, but you can be hungover, you could be drunk, you could be like whatever. You just have to be there as a girl. Obviously, being there in
Can't
great
fake a boner.
condition.
No.
Yeah, you can't
That's all I have
fake
to
a
say.
boner.
Yeah.
Like
It's true. Or come. You can't fake that.
Yeah. So it basically, I was like, no, I'm not cut out for this.
Right.
I'm not one of these dudes, you know. And I was like, I like just being like around it, you know. I like the lifestyle. I like all this. I like the girls. You know, we were having threesomes, having fun.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Very
sudden,
thrilling. It's lots of
all of a
glitz and
sudden,
glamour.
Joanna was like, you know, this is kind of a waste because you're free labor. If if I can get you to perform, and she was like, every time a dude performs, I write him a check. Just think, if you do it, that's one less check. And I'm like,
it's like
all
math.
right. And then it was like, well, if you love me, don't you want to help the biz, like help the family business? And I was like, wow, all right, And she's like, don't worry, like you'll never become anything. This will never go anywhere. She kept me real humble.
No one's gonna recognize you in your thousands of tattoos.
and
This will
also-
be a small career.
Because of the way I look, and for the first year and a half, 2 years, I only worked for Burning Angel and under her direction.
And
So
first
I was
of all,
like,
also only with me for a while.
For a while,
okay.
Just stuff
Yeah.
with me. So if I was doing,
for a year probably, just stuff
So
with
you had-
her.
And then I started adding other girls, and
Yeah.
I mean, at the same rate, I knew if he did a scene with me, and like it didn't work, it would be fine because it was just me in the scene. But if I had to like,
Free
pay
labor on
another,
both
I was gonna
sides.
say,
exactly.
and then you
I
let
had
your
to
little
pay another girl, so it wasn't about like people like, oh, do you not let him work with other girls because of this? I'm like, no, but like if I have to pay
all
another girl,
business
I
with
want
this.
to be 100% sure.
and then you let the little birdie go, and then
I
he
did.
can go off and
He went off
make
into
his
the
own
world.
movies now.
Yeah.
You goddamn
own thing.
professionals.
It was
I love
it
it.
was actually Mike Quasar's fault. He
did.
there was
Blame
one
Quasar for everything.
There
That's
was
what I
one
say.
scene that I did for Burning Angel. It was me and 4 girls. It was awesome. And after it, and I was just I was so new. I was just I was like a soldier
remember?
who just came out of war. Like I didn't even know what had hit me. I was like, did I make it? Did I survive that?
Did we
Like,
do this?
Do any of the girls hate me? Like are we okay? And then Mike went up to Joanna and was like, Aaron should consider doing this like
Full time.
full on. And that's
And
when
I
it
said,
started.
well, he did just get tested for this scene. If anything comes up, let me know.
Want to get money
and I
out
said
of this
that
test.
without talking to him about it.
I did not
at
get
all.
consulted at all.
And then like 2 days later, he was like, if you were
like,
serious,
there's a
a
blow
guy
bang
just
with
like,
15.
no, that wasn't the first one. But
was like
he
the
was like,
third
I
one.
remember, he was like, I'm shooting a hand job scene. I could use
it
someone
was.
else for it. If you were serious, let me know. And I was like, yeah, he'll be there in 15 minutes. Like, Aaron?
I honestly think though that any female that's dating somebody who isn't in porn, you always want to use their penises.
I know,
I've used
you
many
do.
guys who aren't in the industry's dicks for like stuff
that's
because I'm like,
yeah.
look, I need to do this premium Snapchat thing. No one's gonna see your face, I promise. Just your dick. That's all
I feel like
need.
that's become like a very
Yeah.
See it all the
common
time.
thing.
The girls,
Okay.
when
Every
they have a
girl that I
boyfriend,
know that has a boyfriend not in the industry uses them on
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
and then when they break up, they're poor again because they can't.
yeah.
I see it all the time.
So we do have a section on this show, you guys, where it's things that things that you've Googled, things you've only asked Google that you're only brave enough to ask Google. So can you think of something that you have Googled recently that's like sex related or sexual or anything like that? I know recently, and I probably knew this, and I think in my head subconsciously I knew it, but I Googled it anyway just to be sure because I was going to set and I was starving and I was going to an anal thing and I was like, when can I eat? Like if I eat right now, like when is this going to process? So I was like, if I looked it up and it's 8 hours to go through everything. So I was like, oh, I can
It's
eat
actually
now.
much better to eat right before.
Right
Obviously,
before,
it depends
yeah.
what you eat.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's what I Googled. Because I
Okay.
was just like, I need to know how much time I got. I'm starving before I got to go to
It's
this
different
meeting.
for everyone.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
It's, and I've never done it, so I can't say. But I feel like it's. I feel like everybody is.
You've
different.
never cleaned your butt out
different,
once?
Yeah.
No, but I do want to get a colonic.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to do it.
I
Porn
don't-
dating.
our
That's a friend
friends.
date.
That's
like-
what I'm
that's our
saying.
friends.
That's
That's
what
a
I'm
friend
saying.
We can
Yeah.
we can do a colonic date.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Oh.
Donnie,
down.
what was the last thing that you Googled?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Sexually or just like
just-
normal? Or
well,
just-
it can be
or-
normal, but
could be-
I
could be
wanted
both.
to
Yeah, I
be
Googled
sex.
this address,
Yeah.
but-
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you. So lame.
I don't know.
Nothing? What was the last thing you learned during sex then? A learning experience
And
sexually.
I'm not trying to make it sound like I know everything, but
But you
I don't
haven't
know.
learned anything?
Yeah,
Come on now.
I've learned a lot about. I feel like I've learned more about how everyone is different and
Okay.
things that people like and.
I think porn teaches you that in general.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you work with so many different people that you start to understand that this may work for one person, it doesn't work for another. You know, I always say when a girl shows up to set that I don't know or I've never worked with, and she says, "Oh, I suck the best dick." I know it's going to be the worst dick.
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever-
always as a director.
Yeah.
I've learned over the years, and it's proven to be true time and time again. The girl that comes to set and will not stop talking about how horny she is,
Yeah.
how she's such a whore, how is this dildo? It's not big enough. I need a bigger
Yeah.
one. Oh, I need 3 of them. Does the most boring scene
Yeah.
ever, and it's the girl. Or the guy, for that matter, that just comes and sits in the corner. They always knock it out of the
Yeah.
park. It is
I agree with that
always
statement.
like that.
Yeah.
Same way with guys when they're like, "Oh, I can really eat your pussy,"
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, the only reason you think that is because women are faking it for you to fucking stop.
Yeah.
I know. It's like tipping a bad waiter.
It's like you don't hear like a pro baseball player walking around going, "Yo, I'm so good at baseball." the work speaks for itself. Like you don't
Right.
have to say it.
That's
I
what I
know.
like. That's what I say about people with money too. Like if you really had money, you wouldn't tell people. I am loaded. I am killing
welcome,
the game.
Yeah,
Like-
welcome to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk about how much money they
Yeah.
have.
Or how
All
or
hat
that
and
they
no
don't
cattle.
have it. Yeah.
All hat and no cattle.
Yeah. You guys haven't learned anything about your sexuality or sexuality based. I even
Oh, I
learned like
can-
getting my
I learned
stuff.
how to
learned
tie a
plenty, yeah.
tie.
Oh my god.
That is the last thing I Googled.
I remember
Porno
that. When
based.
did, when did
I
you
was
do
on
that?
set and I had to wear a suit,
Oh.
and I don't wear suits often. Look at me.
Yeah.
And usually I'm like charm the makeup artist into like doing it for me, and this time she didn't know how to do it, and so I literally was sitting there with like YouTube videos, like they're all waiting for me, and like fuck.
I love
it's
that
not
that's
right.
what you had to Google
Yeah.
sexually for porn.
Yeah.
How to tie a tie.
So that's what I Googled most recently. porn.
Honestly,
Amazing.
yeah, I don't think we're in a spot where we ever have to Google something to find the answer to a sex question. But I will say, if you want, I've been recently just trying to find, because I did a Snapchat show or whatever a couple weeks ago where I was squirting a lot. I actually
Yeah.
feel like I've kind of learned how to squirt in the past like year.
Do you think it's just drinking a lot of
At the
water?
It
time
is
grade,
just
it's
drinking a lot of
Yeah,
water. But you know,
that's
you
what I
gotta
thought.
like contract your muscles to like
Yeah.
make your pee that's not pee go in the right direction, you know? And people are like, well, then it's fake. I'm like, it's not fake. Do you know how good it feels when you've been drinking so much water and somebody fucks you so hard and then you get to come out and just pee on them? It actually feels better than an orgasm. Have you ever really had to pee and not been able to pee all day and then you finally found a bathroom? I'm like
That's
really,
true.
really excited. Those are not fake sounds. I am not
Yeah.
faking it. It feels so good.
See, I have trouble
So
doing
whatever, it's not fake.
I have it. It'll
This was a
happen.
topic about Google.
Anyway, the last thing I googled was looking for. I learned that those curved toys hit the spot, so I could just
yeah.
do squirting shows at home by myself.
Oh,
So
by
I-
using the
I
curved toy.
Was
Yeah.
googling to find more squirt
Techniques.
toys on Amazon.
Squirt toys.
you know, like
Because they
G-spot
hit-
yeah,
they hit the extra
anything
spot,
that like
yeah.
curves. I'm like, oh, I need like a lot of curved toys.
Yeah.
So I was looking for curved toys last night after he fell asleep.
That's what she was googling. All right,
You've
guys.
been
Marriage,
replaced.
baby.
We're gonna
You've
take
been
a
replaced.
we're gonna
Okay.
take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back. This is Sexy Funny Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Silvia Saige, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. Ooh, welcome back.
Ew.
God, what did you do in that break, Aaron?
I went a lot of places in my mind.
Wow.
A live Snapchat
I love
show.
that.
I peed all over the table.
In my
Joanna
mind,
got very excited on that break.
in my mind, me and Donnie got on the table, and both of you guys just peed on us.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? I felt like
Yeah.
that's what happened. Joanna got us all worked up.
Yeah.
And
And you
golden
could do that because
showers.
it's still not sex. You could pee on us and
who doesn't
that's,
like
you know?
Not in my
I know. I
face.
feel
Yeah.
like I made
Friend
it like
date.
a
Like on
weird
your body.
conversation
Love
because
it.
we don't have sex. I don't even remember last time we did have sex. It was for Nadir, though, right? We were supposed to do like a.
No, I think I banged you at your apartment.
Yeah, for Nadir,
No,
though.
that was just the two of us. Someone was there.
Nadir, I'm telling you, it was
Oh,
with
yeah,
Nadir.
yeah, yeah,
we were
it was.
supposed to do
Yeah,
a DP.
yeah.
Someone was
Yeah.
there.
We were
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to do a
That's what it
DP,
was.
and then he was too tired, so he slept on the couch,
Right.
and we had sex
In the kitchen.
in the
Romantic.
kitchen.
Guys,
But we recorded it, of course, because that's
Either way.
What you
either
do.
way.
yeah.
It was cool. It was
if
hot.
you guys get married or something, let me know. Okay, I'll officiate it.
Oh, yeah, she's
It's
a minister.
Really, yeah.
She's done weddings
I have
before.
That's
I have done weddings, so-
amazing.
But I think you guys have like a good.
Who
thing
married the
going
two
on
of
right
you?
now.
Because I heard this was an
The Grim
interesting.
Reaper.
Oh, the Grim
That's
Reaper,
what
yeah.
I thought in Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
Came
you
out of a
guys.
coffin.
Was it an eloping situation?
No.
No, your families
No,
came.
Okay, yeah.
We just planned it really.
Yeah, I planned it in 2
And by
weeks.
we, I mean
Yeah.
she.
Oh yeah,
It was really romantic.
Was your families there with you?
yeah. But I have a huge family. So I knew if I planned like a real legit wedding, it would have been so
Crazy.
expensive, and I don't know. Also, it's like I don't know. My sister, who's younger than me, was then about to get married. I don't know. I'm the oldest sister. I'm like, I have to get married
Aw.
first. And I was
You
I
had
don't
to
know,
jump
whatever.
in, but right
So
before.
many things
Yeah.
are going on, and I got booked to dance in Vegas.
That's why you got married in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, this
That's
is
why-
what
Got to
started
cover
it.
the trip.
Yeah.
I got danced to booked to dance in Vegas on Halloween, and I just remember being like, so do you want to come to my dance gig with me on Halloween in Vegas? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, while we're there, we should get married.
And we're both in our home office, and I'm like designing a box cover for her,
Yeah.
and she's like, writing a script.
And
or
you're like,
something.
yeah, why
and
not?
we're just like talking to each other at the desk, and she's like, "Do you want to get married?" And I like stopped, and I was like, "Are you being serious?" And then she looked at me, and she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, I thought for like 5 seconds, like, "Yeah, okay, that's cool."
Oh, that's
And then
awesome.
I
And
left
she's like,
the
"Okay
house,
then," and
But-
then she's like,
yeah,
"Whatever."
I left the house to go get my nails done, I remember. And I'm not joking. By the time I came home, the whole wedding was planned.
Oh my God.
And I was just still like basking,
don't
and
think
then
you,
like,
like,
oh,
really-
like cool, like this is going down, and thinking I had like
Some time.
like, and she comes home, she's like, "All right, we're all good." And I was like, "Oh."
She's like, we're ready to go. And
You
you're like,
don't
we're
need-
doing this.
You don't need me to do any. No, she's like, I prefer you actually just to stay out of it. I got
Yeah.
this.
And but so that was like 2 weeks, and then I told like a few of my family members, but then they just kept inviting people, and I don't know. So it was not
How are
really
your
eloping.
How are your families on your profession? Excuse me.
Well, mine are they're fine. Like they don't love it,
Yeah.
you know. Obviously, and I don't want them to
right.
love it, but they love me.
Yeah.
you know, I have a good relationship with
Yeah.
them. I guess that's the best way to sum
That's
it
it.
up.
Yeah. That's how I think that is with mine too. They don't love it, but they love me, and
And they
that's
see
the
I'm
biggest
still
differences.
me.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people think like, oh, she's gonna like I don't flaunt it. Like I don't
Right.
I don't really, you know.
Yeah.
And I think obviously it's been so long now, and my parents see like
What it's done for you.
yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done all right for me, and they see I'm happy. But
Yeah.
his family is different.
Your family's different.
I'm the son of a preacher, so
Oh,
we'll just leave it at
Yeah.
that.
I got you.
Dad don't really like me.
No, my mom's got Jesus on her side too. So yeah, I feel your pain.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
Donnie's
again,
mom's
you know,
here visiting.
She went to church this morning.
Did she go to church?
That's
She
so
actually did.
awesome.
Praise the
yeah.
Lord.
Oh.
Praise
She
the
went to
Lord.
Catholic school growing up, and yeah, they don't care. I've kind of always marched to the beat of my own drum anyway,
Yeah.
but
I was the same way.
yeah, and so they were always, I have an older sister who's just like straight edge. Not that I was like out doing drugs or anything, but
Yeah.
I was just a kid, like all male all the time, throwing rocks, breaking shit, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they don't care. They're like, my dad's like
awesome.
a Clint Eastwood style dude, so he's
I love
just
that.
like
I can see that.
hardened, smoking cigarettes. Like, yeah, go get him.
Yeah.
And my mom thinks I walk on water, so
Yeah.
I
Do you-
can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Nice, you lucked out.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings, Aaron?
I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
And are
yeah.
they doing like God's work?
No,
Oh.
no.
I thought you were gonna say, are they doing porn?
No, I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah,
yeah.
there are some families like
My
that.
brother is like an accountant or something, just
Okay.
regular dude, and then my sister is like going to school.
Nice.
So.
Got it. Do you have siblings?
I have one sister.
You do? Oh, yeah, that's the straight
She's
arrows.
older, yeah.
And you have a bunch, right, Joanna? You come
We have
from a
two
big
sisters.
family. Oh, okay, just
Yeah,
two
there's
sisters.
two
Oh, that's not
we
bad.
have large personalities.
Yeah, so it feels
Seems
bigger.
like 6.
Yeah, it feels like a lot more.
You throw her mom in the mix, them all in the same room.
So, you guys, I do have a few fan questions that we're going to get to really quick. So, I have an email from Robert, and he says, I have had many female friends over the years, but none of them wanted anything more. Now I'm in the unfortunate position of being a 55-year-old virgin. Do you think that there is still a chance I may lose my virginity at this late stage, or am I doomed to finish my life as the virgin friend?
Do you want to pay for sex?
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say. I
I
say
think
just
it's
call
fine.
an escort.
Like,
at that
no
point.
bullshit aside at this stage in the game.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
And
Yeah.
also, is that what you want, or do you want a relationship
Right.
with someone?
Right.
If literally all you want is to fuck someone,
Right.
there is ways to
And
to
also
do
the
it and
escorts
price
will walk
tags.
you through things and like
especially-
help you
Yeah.
feel more
It's like
comfortable.
a table dealer in
Yeah,
Vegas.
you can
Yeah.
find someone who will cater to that situation and make
Right.
it comfortable, fun. I don't know what
Yeah.
the right word is for you. Whatever.
Yeah.
you
But how
want it to be.
comfortable could it be at 55?
But
I
again,
mean, that's
but
a-
if you want
I
is
think
what
he's
if
gotta
you,
get it
but
out
if
of
what
the
you want is a
way.
connection
Yeah.
with someone with that sex and all the other things that are not like that, then I don't know. Maybe you got to start
Getting out to the
Social-
bars,
Yeah.
getting out to the
But-
grocery stores, and like
I mean, maybe
that's where you meet good people is
Yeah.
grocery stores.
But at that point, then sex can't
Everybody's
be the
gotta eat.
priority. The priority needs to be finding
they
a
gotta
connection
fuck-
with someone.
Yeah.
And the sex will follow.
yeah, that's a good
I'd-
point.
I'd say,
we
yeah,
wish
pay
you
for it.
luck,
Yeah.
Robert.
Probably just
and
pay for sex though.
I think just get
Yeah.
it.
I
Get
say-
one out of the way.
I was gonna say once you get it
Yeah.
over with, and it's not such a
think it'll be-
weird thing anymore.
Yeah, it'll be easier for you to,
Because I think right now you just feel like it's such a big burden that you have to like step over. And I think that once you just do it and you realize it's not that big of a deal that, like people make it.
But think about it, right? Is I had sex at 15. I
Yeah.
just turned 39. So I don't really know life before sex at this point. At the time, imagine being 55, older than I am now, and being like, man, I've never had sex. Like, you don't even know what's going through his mind.
You don't know what you're missing.
I
yet.
felt like that at 15, but I was a kid, so it's not even
Right.
the same, mindset.
I say go and get it over with. I say
go get it over with.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
what I think.
Yeah.
So Louis B, I think I answered him this question this morning. Just asked if I am coming to New York and any chances for travel. Yeah, I hope to come to New York right before Jersey, right?
Yeah,
there's an
Exotica,
Exotica in Jersey, and I want to go out a few days before and just see the city.
Sightsee.
Yeah, I love
So
New York.
yeah, so hopefully that can happen.
Yeah.
Next question: is there any money left? This is a good question for you two. Any money left for the guys to make a living in straight porn? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here talking to
Right?
you, right?
Doesn't mean he has money in his pocket, but he's sitting here talking to it.
Yeah, again, indentured servant to my wife. No, look, man, like this is an entertainment business, and the same rules apply. I was in music in bands before.
Yeah.
All of us are our own individual band,
Right.
per se. And how do bands make money? They get fans. They get more popular. Then they
Yeah.
can demand higher prices. They can sell out more rooms, quote unquote, which may equal more views on this or that platform. So there's money to be made in it if you can, like anything in entertainment, if you think you can hack it. There's not a million slots. There's only a few.
Right.
But that's how this works. If everyone got it, then it wouldn't be special. If everyone was a rock
Right.
star, it doesn't matter anymore. So pursue it like you would pursue like an acting dream or a music dream, and know that there's only a few slots. Odds are stacked against you.
Yeah.
But that's how this works. And if you really feel like you got it, then shoot your shot.
There's only a
And-
handful of you guys.
And
Yeah,
to add to that, and I've only been around for like 4.5 years, so you could probably speak better on this, but I feel like, because I like porn history, so I'm kind of a porn historian, there's no better time than right now to be to make money as a performer than ever.
No, I mean,
True.
Like
you're
the producers,
absolutely
the
right.
companies made all the money back in the day. Now there's so many
As a performer.
platforms, so many options.
I mean, that's why
you're your own.
I got back. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
joined
true.
Spiegler at age
Yeah.
39, 38.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's a great time to be a performer, and especially now, there's really not a lot of male performers.
Yeah.
If you think if you have a big dick, you think you can
And some
fucking around
stamina. I don't
people.
have a big
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming on the show. If you
Thank
can tell
you.
everybody
Yeah.
where to find you guys on
At
social
the
media.
small hands _
That's all you.
At Joanna Angel on Twitter and Instagram. Find me, follow me. And X Joanna Angel X on Snapchat.
Beautiful.
I am on Twitter and Instagram at Donnie_rock69, of course.
Of course. All right, guys. Thank you so much for an amazing show. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sexy Funny Raw. Watch and listen to all of our episodes at sexyfunnyraw.com. Making the airwaves sexy, one show at a time. Until next time, stay sexy, bitches.